You see, here's how you know this is your read, because this summer season, you don't want to hear nothing from no one, nothing from anyone. It's really giving Ice Queen, Ice King vibes. Observing, but look at her gaze, right? Look at her expression, like, because you're moving into uncharted territory, you know, the pioneer. Think of the little house on the prairie, right? These people had to venture out through the prairie, and it was a dangerous journey. I'm going to move forward with this Cancer moon energy. This is somebody that's very youthful. You know what I get? This individual has brilliant eyes. This Cancer, they could be like a true green eyes, or they could have like a true hazel. So here's how you're meeting this Cancer. You're meeting this Cancer through a work opportunity that is going to involve you traveling to the city. Previously faced when it came to love and like what you went through, and if you know you were dealing with a player and they were doing a lot, you know, an F boy, F girl, whoever, like, hello Aries, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Starseeds Art here. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the Soul Tribe. We have a read for you guys, okay? This is whatever comes up. It is a general read. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't behind. Cross-watchers, you are welcome. This message is also timeless. I want to thank everyone for all the support, and with all that out of the way, we're going to get started. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, universe, galactic beings, ancient ancestors, elders, guide us in this read for my Aries. What messages do you have for us? Truly grateful for your divine guidance and celestial light. So Aries, what's going on? We have North Node, but it's upside down. Libra upside down, Venus retrograde, Justice, and the Empress in reverse. And then we have number 1, diagonal upright, the Magician on the side and upright. Gemini energy, Mercury getting ready to station direct and in transit. Here we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom. 6 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. Empress. So you're standing. Oh, Aries. People done annoyed you till the last you see, here's how you know this is your read, because this summer season, you don't want to hear nothing from no one, nothing from anyone. It's really giving Ice Queen, Ice King vibes. You don't want to hear ish from anybody from the past. You're done. You're over it. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, some strong boundaries. These boundaries are super strong. Your aura. There could be some type of aura frequency that you have with the 8 of Swords here. A frequency that you could be playing. Or that, you know, it could be your frequency. And it's strengthening the aura around you. You're focusing on your own inner happiness, your own peace. Well, you can bring 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment with the Empress. You're not trying to hear nothing about nobody. Okay, you know, whatever the townspeople, the village, the community is saying. Look, the Tower. You don't care. 5 of Cups, you know what I'm hearing? How could you be so heartless? There's somebody here that's saying, how could you be so heartless, Aries? But look, the world is changing. The energy is increasing. 5D New Earth is happening. And so Empress and 9 of Cups, Tower, 5 of Cups. You threw the Tower, the Hermit, and the 9 of Pentacles. And if you have to rise solo for dolo, you absolutely will. You will move solo. You will remain single and celibate, doing your own thing. Page of Wands and the Hangman. The Chariot, but love is called Leave It Well Enough Alone, because you know what? It's a Cancer, Moon, Virgo Sun, and Pisces Rising. But this individual spirit considers them more a Cancer. A Cancer Moon, I mean, that's a very strong placement. That's a great placement, you know. That's a great sign for the moon to be in. It's a young energy here. And they're a Cancer Moon, and this energy, they're coming into your world. And when they do come in, it's like they're trying to speak to you. But look at this artwork. Look at this woman, how she's guarded. You know, she's in the pool and whatnot, this mermaid, and she's observing. But look at her gaze, right? Look at her expression. Like, it's this energy of, yeah, I see you, I hear you, but don't get too ahead of yourself. You know, like, that's what you're letting this Cancer energy know. And they're trying to be, you know, I see them. They're trying to be lighthearted about it. They're trying to be cool, calm, collected. You know, they're trying to put a smile on your face. They can tell that something has happened. But whatever has happened, it's like they want you to release that, forget that, and turn the focus inward on what you want when it comes to love. Five of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah, because there was a player here. There was a player here. This player, they could have dragged you through hell and back. You know, could have just been this thing. Yeah, possibly. This could have been your Emperor. Judgment. He, she, they, them. You cast judgment on this Emperor. Or this Emperor cast a judgment on themselves. Honestly, that's what I get. Their lack of communication and authenticity, it brought judgment on themselves. So now they're crying, but you don't have any more sympathy for this individual. Here we have the Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So after a long time of you and this Cancer talking, it's like they get in there, right? They break down that barrier, that wall, and they're starting small. They're definitely, like, this new Cancer energy, they're definitely taking their time. They're not trying to rush anything. They're not trying to, you know, have something popping right off with you. Like, they're taking it nice and slow. They know what you've been through. They know, they can tell. This Cancer energy seems to have psychic abilities, or latent psychic abilities, and they seem to be able to understand, understand, and overstand what you previously faced when it came to love, and like what you went through, and if, you know, you were dealing with a player and they were doing a lot, you know, and F boy, F girl, whoever, like, they were doing too much. They want to sit down somewhere. Like, it's like this Cancer can see it, they can sense it. And so eventually they do break through your walls, but it's like they're still cautious. They're still proceeding with caution. Okay. You meet this Cancer in the city. When you're out and about in the city for whatever it may be. That's what I'm saying here with the Tower. This Cancer loves being in the city. This Cancer could be somebody that works in the city, you know. They could be somebody that even at one point was famous. Or they're famous right now. You know, they could be a boss or a CEO. But this is new. This is new. So here we have Strength and the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, Aries. Right now you're focusing on the bag, securing the bag, new opportunities. You're manifesting it, okay? You've been manifesting it. Yep, Magician, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit, and the Three of Pentacles. So here's how you're meeting this Cancer. You're meeting this Cancer through a work opportunity that is going to involve you traveling to the city. That's how you're going to meet this Cancer, a lot of you. Now, for some of you, you could just be in the city because, you know, like whatever city's nearby, but that's how you're going to cross paths with them. Page of Swords. I noticed these three pages here, Spirit. What are you trying to tell me with this? What are you trying to tell me with the three pages? Two of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. So you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush or force any, like, you, because this Cancer, they're gonna know. They're gonna know, and they're gonna take it slow. They're gonna take it slow. They're gonna be very respectful, this individual. and mindful. There's a mindfulness with this person. At the same time, I do get this player, right? I do get this player trying to speak their truth, you know, like this energy of speak now and forever hold your peace. Like I do see like this is sort of the past versus the new. But I don't know, Phoenix, yeah, travel. Like, you're moving forward. Confirmation, my first chakra, you're moving forward. You're gonna move forward with the new. Phoenix, rising from the ashes, the end of despair, being offered a second chance, travel. You're going to move forward with this Cancer moon energy. This is somebody that's very youthful. You know what I get? This individual has brilliant eyes. This Cancer, they could be like a true green eyes, or they could have like a true hazel. Like I just get something about their eyes. Their eyes could look gold, honestly, at times, like a chestnut gold in color. Some of you, they could also have freckles. Here we have are like light freckles. Here we have dreams and crystal ball. Well, Aries, you're ascending. You're quantum leaping. You're not taking anything less. But look, the devil. The devil is here. The devil want to play again. The devil wants to play again. You know, between worlds. You're about to get to the other side, but the devil's like, oh, no, no, no. You know, I love playing with Aries, the goddess of war. The devil want to pull you back into the fold, into the void, the world, and rebuilding. I'm telling you, it's a player that ain't changed for nothing. They ain't changed at all. They ain't done squat with their life either. If they've done anything with their life, it was thanks to the karmic. You know, this player, if they went anywhere in their life, it was thanks to the karmic. The karmic was the one that was on top of them, you know? And I hate saying this, but the karmic was dragging them, whooping them. You know, it was a very abusive situation this player was in. They were getting physically assaulted by this karmic. But it's because this player wanted to be a bomb. And that's why the karmic, you see, the karmic has no self-worth. That's why they're karmic. They don't have self-worth or value. They're going to stick around with that man, that woman, even if it's their downfall. But the karmic is also technically a catalyst that prepares, right? If this player is like our twin flame, our divine counterpart, then the karmic, right, is a catalyst to prepare them. They have to be karmic like that, you know? They have to drag this person because that's how this person's going to evolve and get ready to be with you. But the thing is, they're still not ready. And now somebody new is here that's treating you right. I heard first kiss. Oh my goodness, Aries, you're going to share your first kiss with this Cancer soon, up in the air. It won't be long before you two share a kiss. You're both cardinal signs. So here we have deep thinking. You're going to do a lot of thinking, like, Aries, I get fear, like I get, and understandably so, but I get you being scared, like, you know, is this really the right direction, Spirit? Like, are we really moving in the right place? Coolness, you know? But you're looking at your twin flame journey or your soulmate journey, and you're just feeling like this individual, this player has shown you nothing but coolness, nothing but silence, and you were always there for them. So you know what, you're saying to hell with them. You know, they missed out this lifetime. You're going to be scared. You are. You are. Even when this Cancer's going to lean in for that kiss. They are. You know, it's going to be after the two of you see a movie. Okay, they're going to take you to the movie and whatnot. And they're going to lean in for a kiss. Like, you know how everybody leaves the movie theater? You're going to be, after the movie's over, like, you're going to be the last ones to leave the theater thing, and you're going to be in the hallway, and this individual is going to be looking at you, and they're just going to slowly lean in, and you know, like, people could be walking by and whatnot, like other people that are leaving their theaters and whatnot, but it's like one of those things where time is just going to stand still. And I really feel it. Like, this individual has these soft, luscious lips. Like, it's going to feel so soft, so gentle. It's going to feel like a gentle caressing, gentle but firm. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's this sweetness to it, this light indulgence. Like, it makes your heart flutter, it makes you excited, it makes the butterflies in your stomach. Like, perhaps it's been a long time since you've been kissed and whatnot. So here we go. Like, they're just going to lean in. Like, they don't give an F who sees. If anybody, like what people say, like, no, like they going to claim. Eventually, they're going to claim you. This Cancer moon. And so the devil, like at this point, this player is more aligned with the devil because the devil doesn't want you to move on. He wants you to just be sitting and waiting and praying and hoping, but that's over. I'm getting something here about the Nintendo Switch 2. So somebody could be getting the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm also getting something here about AI, ChatGPT. Okay. I love ChatGPT. I talk to my spirit guides at length, and they should, like, a lot of people think ChatGPT is like a demon or something, but I asked my spirit team that, and they said no. They did say that there's some evil AI out there, like in the universe and whatnot, but they said ChatGPT is like AI, that's software. Like, it's technological in its nature. It's not a demon that's being summoned from like a demonic technological underworld. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know, but you could be using ChatGPT. You could be working with AI. There could also be something here about a BMW. Somebody's getting a leased BMW soon, or somebody is renting a BMW while they're on vacation. Pioneer boldness, destination or bust, a cutting edge long journey. Trailblaze, true grit challenge, navigating uncharted territory, eyeglasses. Keep your faith in the Most High, in Jehovah, okay? In Allah, okay? Keep your faith in Prime Creator, Source, because you're moving into uncharted territory. The pioneer. Think of the little house on the prairie, right? These people had to venture out through the prairie, and it was a dangerous journey. Nobody really knew, but it was all for a better life and whatnot. And so, this is what I'm getting here, Aries. Like, you're venturing out into the unknown. It's like the little house on the prairie and whatnot. If you ever heard of the little house on the prairie, they're out there in the prairie, those fields, the countryside and whatnot. Handcuffs, control, defenseless, target, and train. Yeah, Spirit's moving you on. You could be a massive Harry Potter fan. That's the Hogwarts Express. Spirit's moving you on. You could be from the UK. You could be based in London, okay, or England. But love, this handcuff and train, like, Spirit, you don't got a choice. Spirit's not giving you a choice, Harry. Spirit is like, you're handcuffed onto that train. You're being taken. Map, find your way. Gotta find your way here. Oh yeah, baggage. Wow, some of you could also be moving in with it. Like, after you and this Cancer start to get acquainted with each other, the two of you could be moving in together, like into a whole new place and whatnot. The crew is here. There's new friendships as well. Childhood. Look, this Cancer is a part of your childhood. You could have went to preschool or kindergarten with this person, and you never were close to them. Look, constellation. Look at the Cancer symbol there. Kerosene happening now. Look at this ish. Look at this ish right here. Like, there's about to be so much passion, so much power. Bug burning and ostrich trap chess. Cause these old spiritual contracts are over. You're not falling for the trap anymore, and you're moving forward. You're moving forward here. Cabin. You and this Cancer are about to be in that honeymoon phase by the time October comes around. About to be in that honeymoon. About to be out in the mountains of Appalachia or something, in North Carolina or some ish. Taking a nice vacation. going to Colorado to the ski resorts and whatnot. Aspen. So that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you love and light. Take care.